Hello, everyone. Good morning. What is up? Happy Thursday. Good morning, Neil. Hey, Julian. Morning, Tom. Hey, Matt. Good morning, Paul. The market, of course, is open, and you would not be able to tell. Pretty slow open today. Same on ES. A little bit more of a bullish slant on ES, though. Morning, Joanne. Hey, Octopus. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? Flash manufacturing and services at 9:45. That is true. That's pretty much all we have, though. No other scheduled econ releases after that. Good morning, Martin. Yeah, Joanne, not going to be on YouTube starting this next week. I will still be on Discord, though. And I'll post an announcement in the Discord today with more details on that. Well, I'm not going to be live on YouTube, I should say. I'm still going to be posting content. Getting an interesting little, what's it called? Divergence here. S&P putting in a couple bearish candles. NQ basically chopping here. Looks like it wants to go up. And Jonathan, no! What about Dad Joke Fridays? Just give a groan in my honor, my friend. And Q looking like it wants to break out of this compression. And we do have an overall bullish slant on ES. See if that continues. There goes ES, attempting a new high. And Q also giving a bullish candle here. Really hard to map out this action. Like, there's no real trend we can draw because it's so rangy. We can only recognize the slant in the market, but yeah, really hard to map this one out. That's not a bad idea, Tom, to not trade anything inside yesterday's range. Although, man, the last several days have all spent a lot of time inside the prior day's range. Thank you, Octopus. I appreciate that, man. It's been fun. I just want to focus more on the Discord community and really building that. So yeah, if you guys have found value, consider joining. Ends up being the price of, you know, a couple dollars a day or something like that. Yeah, yesterday, man, yesterday was tricky because it did have a bullish slant, but it was so choppy on the way up. And just barely hit that key level, didn't even get above, so it really technically was a range day. Yeah, and to be clear, guys, on the Discord, I am going to be doing a full live stream just like this every morning. So audio, all that, video, you see my beautiful face in the morning. So that will be an added bonus for members. Oh man, good timing. I'm talking about Discord right when Queet is coming in. Yeah, Discord has a live stream feature, so yeah, I'm gonna do this visual audio stream on Discord as well. Well, both markets continuing to work their way up. Sellers have not really had any meaningful pushes down. I guess one little pattern we could look at would be, that just doesn't fit, man. I don't know. This is some wacky price action. I will tentatively play this trend. Hey, Daryl, what's up? What's up?
Мне кажется, что фантазия– это качество, которое совершенно необходимо. Фантазия сближает нас с будущим и позволяет работать более смело, идя самостоятельным путем, который и приводит к каким-то интересным результатам.
So we'll play this trend here, guys, and if it continues to hold, we could certainly look for an entry. So far, sellers have not done anything. There's been no follow through on any bearish candles. An NQ, this is kind of the pattern I'm watching. I think it's a little bit more clean over here, a little bit more obvious. We had this uptrend earlier that is getting a second leg, very likely to get a new high. Here's the trend, there's the close outside. We expect one more push up to a new high. Pretty close to getting it here. There is our news, by the way. Manufacturing and services PMI just came in, both positive numbers. Nothing to really move the needle of the market, and that's really the only econ release for the day. This is the top of the range from yesterday. Yeah, good call, Tom. This is where we spent a lot of the day just chopping around here. Had one push above at the very end. And ES has a key level right above this. S&P is at the top of this little channel as well. Would not be surprised if we get a pullback off of this. So if we go any higher, it's going to be basically an overshoot of this move. The other option is to look at this kind of how we were looking at Nasdaq, with this being the first move up and then all the action after the open being the second leg. But I don't know, nothing is this clean, especially on the ES. So we'll be patient, especially given the key level right above us. We were not able to break through it yesterday, came right up to it, tapped it, and immediately sold off pretty heavily too. So this is the second test at it. Getting a little bit of resistance here. We'll see if there's any sellers present today. If there are, it would make sense that we pull back here. Woo! That's a steep little drop, folks. right as this trend was played out on Nasdaq, we got that drop. And at the resistance. That is confirming this analysis of this trend already having 2 moves. So that's what I'm doing on ES. Immediately found some support. Like that looked like that move was gonna get out of hand real quick. We've make a new high here. It would be very interesting. Also curious what kind of key levels we have on NQ. We broke through a couple on yesterday's action. Might have to go way back in time to figure. Is that an all-time high? Hold on. There's no way. Might be an alt. Oh man, that'd be crazy if that's an all-time high. I'm gonna load some more days on there so I can go back farther. Yes, we still have a couple levels above. So I'm treating this trend as played out, waiting for the next trend to establish itself. Sellers attempting another push down. We are below the EMA. Let's see if it has any staying power. And Q made a relative low there. I could consider another lower high to take a short. ES remaining stubborn, not really dropping on that one. I could also consider a lower high though. See how this bar forms. Lower high forming so far. I'll take it if it closes bearish. There we go. See if we can get a little push. Just looking for a new relative low there. And Q continues to drop. Ooh, so close to that new low. Didn't quite make it yet. And Q continuing in a nice little downtrend too. Hopefully it'll set up for us. I like the weakness over there. We're very close. Oh, there we go. Cool. So we'll start trailing right here. There we go. Took like 2 points. Easy trade. Easy trade. Hopefully some of you guys were able to get that one. Very easy setup, guys. If you don't know why, I suggest paying attention real quick. We had this trend right here play out, right? Trend is played out when it has a close outside of the channel and a new extreme, which we had right here. Then we met up with resistance, immediate push down. So we're thinking, okay, sellers are probably stepping in. We have this downtrend in play. We get one leg of the pullback, one attempt lower, second leg of the pullback, and then a nice signal bar right here. That's a second entry short. textbook play. Entry goes 1 tick below the signal bar. Stop goes 1 tick above. And you could trade, trail your stop above each bar. So you could go like trail it here, trail it here, trail it here, and you get stopped out in profit. I put it somewhere in the middle of this bar, just given how much we've gone back and forth. I did not want to give up a winner on some volatility, but if you trail this nicely, you still could be in this thing. I like this trend forming on the Nasdaq. Jim asking, any books I can recommend on trading channels or tick charts? No, and I would say that I don't know why you'd need a book to learn, first of all, about tick charts, because it's literally just a chart. Here it is. Here's your book. There's nothing really to learn. It's a chart based on transactions, but it trades just like anything else. If you didn't know this was a tick chart and you were just looking at a static chart, we'd have no idea if this was a minute chart, a second chart, a daily chart. Yeah, price action is the same. You read the chart the same. And then as far as trading channels, that again is not really something you can learn about in a book. It literally is just, look, here it is. We're moving down. Find a trend that fits that. I mean, it's really as simple as that. It's a visual thing where you're visually looking at what is happening with the market. With that said, I do have some more detailed info on the videos on my channel as far as like how to identify those trends, how exactly to pick the perfect setup in relation to them. Paul, thank you. Yes, the masterclass has everything laid out, my entire approach in detail, organized. It's all compressed, everything that I teach on my streams and my videos all gathered in one place. And it gives you free lifetime access to the Discord. So that is, I believe, the first link in my info. If you're wanting to learn more, if you want not just learn more, but if you want an entire system that you can start trading and get profitability, boom, it's there. So yeah, it is the first link in the info. All right, we are getting some rejection on the 21 here. This is the first pullback. We're looking for one attempt lower and then a second pullback. That's when we're going to look to take our entry. There's my email in the chat. If you want to reach out, that'd be amazing if we finally got some resolution for you. I like this downtrend on ES too. If we get another lower high, I'd be interested in taking that. All right, NQ, this could be it if this bar reverses. However, the S&P is now closing over the 21. If this bar reverses sharply, that could be our entry. However, again, with the S&P above the EMA, we might be getting a reversal. All right, cool. I like this bar on NQ. We'll give it a shot. Second entry short. Pretty much have to take this trade. Hopefully it triggers. There we go. All right, second entry short, looking for a new low. New swing low, that is. If we get a lower high on ES, we will also take that. Potential bar on ES forming if this thing turns around below the EMA. Obviously not going to take it if it closes up here, but looks like it could push down. Oh, here we go. I might take it on ES. Watch how this bar closes. That's not what you want. Come on, turn around. There we go. Ah, it's right on the edge. I'm going to cancel that one. If you zoom in, I guess maybe technically it's below. It's like right on the EMA though, so a little too risky there. We'll wait. If we get another lower high though, we might get another chance. I don't like this push up though. And Q moving down, that's what we want over here. And ES also putting in a nice bar. Oh, almost was good enough. Like this NQ trade though. I don't want to take profit since S&P is not following along. Yeah, I'll lock in profits here. Like 15 points or something. If S&P was doing the same exact thing and dropping 2, I'd be holding for that new low. And we might get it, but given the strength on the S&P, I could easily pull the Nasdaq up with it. So I'm going to take what I can get instead. So far, that looks like the right decision. Well, it doesn't matter what the result is. I think the right decision is not based on what the outcome is. It's based on the probabilities, right? And given the probabilities there, that was the right decision, even if Nasdaq goes and makes a new low. We put in another lower high here on NQ. I might re-enter, but I'm going to need to see something from ES, some sort of push. Right now, it's kind of working its way higher. Zooming out, always helpful too in these situations to see what is the overall move for the day. Still very much range like. And even since the open, you have even a more consolidated range on ES. No lower high formed on NQ, but we are starting to get that movement below the 21. S&P teasing a move down here. And then the S&P right back above the EMA. S&P really trying to make a move higher. ES trying to make a move lower. We got a battle for sure going on right now between buyers and sellers. So this is an area to wait out when you have a divergence, right? NQ clearly in a little downtrend that had a break, had an attempt at a new low, still would expect it to get to a new low. Meanwhile, the S&P not really following that same pattern. It had a downtrend, but then we've already retraced more than 50%. The market is refusing to get below the 21 EMA. It looks like buyers want to push this up. So you have ES wanting to go here, Nasdaq wanting to go here. And in this tug of war, you don't want to jump in between. Wait till one side emerges victorious. That will happen at some point. Daryl, great question. Have I found that letting trades run for bigger targets makes a big difference trading this strategy? Yes. The trick, though, is knowing when to do that and when not to do that. And that all comes down to the type of day we are having. In this kind of market, when you have lots of chop, lots of back and forth. You do not want to try to give your trades too much room. You want to take the scalp when you get it. On days like we haven't had one in quite a while, but on days like, let's say this right here, this is when you want to let your trades run. When it is just constant, clear trend, one direction, this is when you need to let her rip, give them a lot of room, trail your stop, and you can seriously change the math of your profitability. So yes, we definitely want to let trades run, but it's just got to be on the right day. And of course, we want every day to be one of those awesome trend days. But a lot of the time, most of the time, this is more of what we get. So being selective. And one quick way to just distinguish, besides what I hope is obvious just visually, is look at the previous day's high and low, and look at the overnight high and low. If we have not broken out of that range, it is not a time to let your trades run. So anything in here, we're going to be taking quick scalps. If we get above these key levels, great. Let's give our trades some room. So that's a quick and fast way you can evaluate that. A great question. So that's kind of what we're waiting on, folks. And as I've said, starting next week, the stream is going to be moving to Discord for premium and above members. So if this has all been valuable to you at all, consider just trying out a month. I mean, what's the harm in that? And yeah, I'm going to be also, not only breaking down this strategy, but also showing some more advanced entries that I'm working with, some trade management, providing a lot of value for the members there. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for me today. There's really no opportunities here in the next few minutes. The market is in a development stage, so no need to be taking any trades. We've already got a couple good ones, and yeah, no need to give back our profits and some chops. So it's been real, guys. I am not going to be in tomorrow. I'm going out of town for the weekend, so I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Appreciate y'all. Seriously, thanks for supporting me. Those of you who have been here over the years, man, it's been amazing. So thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. See you soon.